That would more or less be just a wannabe provocateur. Like I say, that was not a good example of a pro. If you hear pro, they're going to be a whole lot smoother. And that they're not going to be mincing words, and nobody's going to come back at them and say, what in the world are you talking about? Because they're going to have their act more together than that.
It could be a really desperate provocateur that maybe had too much to drink, and because some of us have read your manual, you know, and we know the script, that they don't know how to change from it, so they just get so out of control and go the other way.
No, but he understood sloganism. Now, he had read enough or learned enough that he understood that if you repeat the same phrase, what he was trying to do was plant an idea. Big John is dangerous and is threatening people's lives. That is the only message
I'm the one that's dangerous, and Big John talks to me, so that's why
that's ridiculous.
All of a sudden thrown
but
into
he had no context. There was no context that I could hear, and at least I could pick up from that segment. So if he has no context, then that means he is just left with name-calling. And that is all he had going for him. So that's not real professional. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't work on some people. It does. I'm simply saying that that is not one that if you had a big group of educated people that they were going to buy into. I mean, they're just not going to. Now, what they will do is a professional will sow disillusionment. And what it means is that the abortion debate will not be about unborn children, mutilated mothers, or scared teenagers. The homosexuality debate will not be about same-sex love matches. Feminism will not be about gender equality. The people who are bashing this Christianity and the Bible and stuff like that, it will not be about thoughtful reinterpretations or different interpretations of Scripture. It will not be about theological discoveries or any of that kind of thing, which we could talk about if they wanted to, but it won't be about that. Global warming will not be about science. It's about distribution of wealth, which in no way affects the lifestyles of the rich and famous who are talking about it, like Vice President Al Gore. I mean, this is the kind of thing that you have to look for. This is not to say that a particular provocateur may not support abortion, gay lifestyles, global warming, or whatever it is. But 9 times out of 10, that provocateur is enlisted to create a publicity diversion. That's why professional provocateurs do not typically engage in reasoned debate or dialogue. They just rattle on. You notice, for example, the well-publicized calls for a debate on global warming by real experts, among them Dennis Avery, Lord Monckton, I never can say that name anyway, and that's in Britain, and Michael Kaufman, head of that sustainable development thing that you were alluding to earlier. No way is Al Gore, the non-expert and agitator, the guy who got C's in science class, going to debate these guys. I mean, you may have seen the ads. Why won't Al Gore debate me with these guys?
Well, not only that, he won't even take his own energy reduction plan.
No, he's not going to do any of that. They know good and well they're not scientists. They're proselytizers, and their views will not stand up to scrutiny, and what's more, they don't care. They have a vested interest in separating the average taxpayer from his wallet. And they know that a TV-addicted populace makes that fairly easy.
And they're going to hear those sound bites, and they're going to play on your emotions, and use these types of tactics but nobody ever really talks about the issue. You know, if you bring up a question like that or even, you know, allude to the fact that you might not believe the garbage on the man-made global warming, we're all going to blow up and die, so you need to give me 80% of your paycheck type of thing to save you, then all of a sudden you're kooky, you're crazy, you're delusional, you need medication.
You need medication. You got that exactly right. In fact, they've had to change it to climate change. They won't say global warming ananymore.
Yeah.
And the reason is because, gosh, Liz, for the past 10 years, it's been cooling globally. I mean, gee, we didn't realize that until we actually looked at the data.
Oh, yeah, but don't look at the data.
Oh, please don't bother me with that.
Just be a good little girl, shut up, and do what you're told, right?
That's it.
Bend over.
That's it. And, well, mainly bow down to my celebrity. That's what they're saying. Bow down to my celebrity. Now, I have nothing against celebrities. Celebrity's fine. But if you're trying to work off of that celebrity that you gained in another field, like Jane Fonda sitting up atop a tank years ago, you know, in Vietnam, you know, trying to be for the other side, so to speak, you know, she was not a foreign policy expert. She had never taken a single course in it. You know, these are people that are not experts. It's like Al Gore not being an expert in science. He cannot even analyze the data because he doesn't have the background in statistics and science to do it.
Yeah, he doesn't even know how to read it.
No. If he could read, he may be able to read it, but analyzing something and, you know, especially a technical, highly technical scientific piece takes a few crash courses at least, and he hasn't even had them.
No, he's a good little puppet, though. He had the indoctrination courses, so,
yeah.
I mean, he's got a little bit of education.
Oh, yeah, he's got that part worked out fine. You're not going to reach vice presidency if you don't have that. I'm sorry. I don't care which party you're in. You're not going to get there if you don't have that.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, good little puppets these people are. I mean, it's just, I guess they spend their time more on what, brainwashing?
No, they spend it on marketing.
Than they do in actual reality and facts and statistics?
Actually, they're spending it on what we call marketing and PR. That's what they're learning. And that's what it takes to get elected today, is good marketing. That's what you have to be good at. If you're good at convincing and persuading others because you're good at marketing, then that's okay. Now, and what happens is the really good, the person that's really good at PR and marketing has taken a lot of psychology courses. And I'm not going to sit here and say that psychology doesn't do anything. What it does do, it doesn't cure anybody of any so-called diseases because there aren't any diseases there to cure.
Exactly.
What it does do is make people learn these methods that I teach in this in my book. I mean, like artificial disruption, cognitive dissonance, negative and positive reinforcement, involuntary attention, self-disclosure techniques, social stimulus, encounter session, desensitization, superimposed value structure. All that is very technical, but they've taken courses in that. That's what PR is about. In a high-tech, what do you call all the different types of internet, and I mean, this is a multi-publicity age. There are so many forums for it. I mean, there's TV.
Propagandized death.
That's right. There's
society. Everywhere you look, there's
it's a billboard. It's one big billboard. I mean, we're slapping messages on everything that stands still.
Yeah, this is what you need. This is what's good for you. Go to the doctor and beg them for this drug.
That's
this is what you're supposed to think. It's just, This is not a free society. It's more of a propagandized society. But
that's good.
Maybe if you would, we should explain some of the technical terms associated with these professional agitation techniques that you just mentioned here.